Welcome back to the King's Castle of Casting. I'm Grant, joined, get a co-cast with me, Lacoste on Observer. I already know everyone's super stoked for this. Jack on the Observer role. Look at that stoic face. And then joining me on the throne.
Joining you? No.
I don't think he's joining.
And I am joining Dakota, who is sitting upon his throne. And how's it feeling, Dakota, over there again?
Feeling pretty good and warm.
That's good.
Yep.
And we do have a draft already, though,
I think you missed
interestingly
it.
enough.
I did miss it. There we go.
There it is. And already we see the Meepo first ban of complexity, the biggest thing. They don't want to, and we saw him lose to it when DC first picked it against him, and then instantly picking Lich into a Jakiro Earthshaker, so reasonably standard.
Yeah, we once again we see Clockwork picked up. Someone did that against complexity in the previous day.
Yeah,
I mean, these two heroes can't really cast spells when Clockwork is in, and it also counters the Brewmaster pick, which they like, because Panda can't use the split while he's in the cogs and battery.
It was the Zai offlane Clockwork by the Dire.
And I remember because Panda had to go, first eye? He didn't even go blink, he went first item 4-staff just to counter that.
I think DC as well played a clock against Jakiro and
I think
Earthshaker.
MSS did too, yeah. It seems to be a lot of off-lane Earthshakers now instead of just that 4 position. We know Infamous loves playing 4 position, who's still in here, but DC is not afraid to play at 3 or 4. So while this gives away a little bit, Clockwork, obviously with the Clockwork line, if you want to move around a lot early and middle game, but we still don't know if it's going to be that roaming Clockwork or possibly off-lane. Let's see. Who isn't banned? Lich isn't banned, which was why it's picked up.
But AA and Lich is not that good of a combo. It's pretty much the same hero. Same goes for Jakiro and Lich, if Shaker wants to go on offlane. So no AA, surprisingly. I mean, he's been the hot pick.
Probably, I wouldn't mind seeing a Rubik come out for DC if it does happen to be an offlane Clockwork.
Damn.
I think Zai was one of the few offlane Clockworks that we've seen, though, during this tournament. I mean, I don't... Again, like, they considered like a counter to Brewmaster, kind of, but it's just kind of the situations. Like, he was not only a core, so that Zai was incredibly farmed and tanky, but he also happened to get on top of the Clockwork because they were starting the fights instead of the other way around. So I'm not sure if it's really seen as, like, a serious counter to the Brewmaster. It's a pretty specific situation in which he gets trapped in the cogs and can't get out or ult.
Yeah, but DC copies drafts, Jack. So they might just do it just because of copying drafts. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're right.
I think Boba plays this more as a force. I don't think this is going to be an offlane.
We saw MSS
play it as a 3, so they can still swap. I think this, as you like to call it, meta right now is the big part of it is swapping the roles actually, and not revealing too much. I mean, you have the heroes who can go pretty much to any lane. You can have Lich pretty much on all 3 lanes. You can have Earthshaker on 2 lanes. You can have Clockwork on 2 lanes. So you don't know what's going to happen until the last pick. Maybe not even then.
Yep, now we see a Puck, like you said, can go offlane, can go middle. We do see some bans, obviously Shadow Fiend banned from Complexity. I mean, not the best hero, but it teams up well with the Clockwork, and obviously you get those free souls. It can carry from the mid lane. Nothing too crazy out there. Batrider banned out, and then PL plus Death Prophet, so maybe DC doesn't want to get, that early game all-in push like Death Prophet likes to do.
Yeah, well, DP might be one of the heroes to watch out for. But what do you think about Complexity? Their hero pool seems quite smaller than the other teams that the other teams in this tournament have. I mean, they were picking the same stuff all over again.
Yeah, it seems like they just like their standard set of heroes. They can throw them in different lanes, but it feels like they just want to pick what's comfortable. Maybe they do want to play their heroes, and Kyle's like, no, this is what we've been practicing. Let's just play it. If we play perfectly, we're going to win. If we don't, then we lose, I guess, kind of thing. And well, now we have a Lich Viper on the other team, so, one of our favorite duos there.
Yeah, pretty disgusting, pretty filthy. I don't like it, but there it is. I don't think Complexity are the kind of team that run middle Enchantress either. So
I don't believe they do. Like we heard Kyle, Complexity was talking, like, yeah, they're the only team who really doesn't know. I mean, like, because every tournament or whatever has its own meta, and like Complexity's like, yeah, we don't know. We were watching games, Enchantress is middle. We had no clue what was going on. Now they kind of do, but I agree with you. I'm not sure how much Limp has played Enchantress middle. Probably 0.
There's only a couple of heroes who could really hang with the Viper, and I don't know if they're going to just succumb limp to being the puck in the Viper matchup, or if they're going to just stick that puck to the off lane and give him something a bit better.
Yeah, there's the DP pick you were talking about, Grant.
The ban.
Yeah, he got banned. Probably Lich, Clockwork, Viper, none of these can stop the actual push once they go as 5 on the complexity side. Liquid Fire, Ghosts, pretty hard to take down and stop the push with these 3.
Complexity could use a lot of their reserve time here. Think what they want to do. Obviously, you just look at a Lich Viper and you're like, man, how do we kill that? Like, how do we kill that combo by itself? Like, Viper is so strong, especially once he gets level 5. You know, the 1/1/3 build 3 and corrosive, just so much magic resistance. Even puts out a little bit of damage on the other team.
Oh.
It's gonna be the Chaos Knight. So more than likely gonna be. It could still be a puck off lane for Moo, but then you have the Chessy Chaos Knights pretty much guaranteed here.
This is something we haven't. I don't think we saw Complexity play this since like the earlier days of the tournament. They had, of course, like the Blink Dagger build up as well for the Phantasm.
Oh yeah.
But for DC's draft strategy, I mean, Lich and Viper, right? These are traditional lane dominators. So maybe they saw some of the Dire's formula against Complexity, which was, hey, we need to dominate our lanes to slow down the Complexity timings, and then if our towers are still up, by the time their lineup begins to fall off, then we have a better chance to win later on. So that might be kind of the formula in drafting against Complexity. But in this case, I mean, a lot of AoE and team fight on the side of coL, and not too much in terms of dealing maybe with the Chaos Knight split in this case, except Chain Frost. But they could also draft Medusa or something else to counter that. It feels a bit slow for them, though, if they go that greedy.
Yeah, Medusa Viper is kind of greedy. Maybe it's time for MSS Legion Commander. Just to deal with those illusions, can remove a lot of those stuns and silences.
Or the Brewmaster on their own, which we've seen deal against.
Yeah, that as well. That's a good call, Jack. Or this.
So obviously with the built-in cleave, feels like Sven is a decent counter to Chaos, as long as he has farm, right? If Chaos Knight's out farming Sven, the Sven can just annihilate, the Chaos Knight can just annihilate Sven, and Sven can't really cleave through anything, but it seems like DC really wants to have good lanes. That's why, I mean, that's why you pick a Lich, right? To win at least a lane.
The same thing happened yesterday. I was playing a game, I was underfarmed on a Sven, Chaos Knight just ripped me apart.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to play Sven from behind against the Chaos Knight who had complete free farm.
Yep. Now Beastmaster banned out from Complexity. They don't want DC, they don't want MSS getting their hands on that. Maybe, I mean, obviously it's good at pushing. It gives you one of the best vision heroes in the game. And neither team too big on the vision right now.
10 seconds remaining.
I'd love to see an MSS Magnus, but only the Sven really gets to benefit from that, so it seems a bit too much for just Sven, but trying to think of the other playmaking offlane heroes MSS has gone for. I like that Legion Commander mention, but we'll see what they go for.
And their Chen ban. I don't think we've even seen a Chen ban yet, but we've seen Complexity play it as well as the Dire.
10
to
seconds remaining.
certain success. We've seen, obviously I lost in the last day with it, but that, I mean, that was just a strange draft all around.
I don't know if they've gotten onto the offlane Wyvern trend, but I think it seems like a possibility here.
I think it's only paired up with Drow Ranger, so you get that extra damage and transition into semi-carry.
Why would you like it here though, Jack? Like, why is it good against those 4 heroes, I guess?
All those illusions from CK once he uses ulti.
Thanks,
you
Jack.
just pretty much... okay, Jack, you can finish if you want.
Yeah, it also gives you a tower defender. The ult is really nice for, again, just instantly blowing up your teammates. You have the heal, which is good against the CK damage. And then just having the range when he eventually scales is going to be a bit difficult to deal with. I don't know.
It feels like you'd have a rough laning phase though, right? Even with like a Drow or something, like against all these stuns, feels like it'd be a little rough. But
Yep.
we do see him waiting.
Could fly
20
over the
seconds.
fissures, though.
Yeah, he
And
can.
then get pulled back in and killed.
True. 15 seconds left, DC. I mean, obviously, they still could play offlane Clockwork if they really want to.
I like the cost Legion suggestion, though.
Radiant
Well, let's see if they do.
Oh!
They want the Underlord.
Now we know which hero it is when it starts forming, huh?
Yeah, now we know. Last time we're like, wait, what the
We
We
heck?
were
got
just
caught.
startled, right? Like, what's going on?
No, we've seen a decent chunk of Underlord in what the second week of play. We've seen Zai play it. We've seen coL play it, Moo play it. We've seen, I believe, DC's actually play ones. A lot of people are picking up Underlord, and it's seeing a lot more play in all regions.
He can't be fun to play, though, right? Do you know? Have you
It's
heard
fun.
any?
It's fun in the laning
Do you
stage.
see
right?
any Underlord in FPL?
Yeah, there's
There
a
is?
lot, actually. It was played last night in one of the games I was casting, and it's one of those heroes that in the off lane, you can always at least get experience, possibly even farm, because it's so hard to go on him with that minus damage, and then you're going into a Firestorm at even level 2. It's a lot of work. I wouldn't say it's super fun to play, but it's fun knowing that you're not going to get dominated in lane.
This Timber pick seems pretty
and it's
good, though.
That's a TI second place Timber Saw right
Yeah.
there. That is the hero that Moo pretty much played almost every game. He was the offlane player, but he played it in like the safe lane solo almost every time, and we might be seeing more of that with a Jakiro, Earthshaker, Chaos Knight tri-lane.
It's a nice pick. It's going to present a lot of it could present a lot of laning issues, and then one of DC's lineup weaknesses, they don't really have a lot of control. It's pretty much Sven and Clockwork. I mean, the Underlord has a little bit, but yeah, if you're counting on those to be your disables or control a Timbersaw, he's going to have free reign to move around a lot during the fight.
Yeah. And that rounds up the lineup. So whose lineup do you guys actually like more if you had to pick one? All right, I kind of like Complexities.
I'm just checking it out. I don't know if they have enough to deal with this Timber.
Yeah.
If he goes big, it's gonna be a really problem for DC.
Like Lich isn't even a hero against Timber, is it? After the laning phase, like Lich actually isn't a hero anymore.
He's a popsicle for Timber, pretty much.
I like Complexity as well. I feel like they really changed gears in this draft. DC have three heroes, at least 2 heroes who are very good at kind of pushing out waves and protecting their towers. I feel like that's what the Underlords function as well, like to protect your towers. But in this case, I think DC scales better. So, I mean, rather Complexity scales better. And so, what are Digital Chaos' options for preventing that? They don't really have the best gankers at all. Pretty much only Clockwork can initiate fights unless you want Abed jumping in by himself, which could be difficult. So I like Complexity's draft. I think it's more well-rounded, more options all around.
Just so people know, we are paused, and that's why it's taking so long at the screen.
Yeah, Abed was doing such a good job. I think every time they had Sven, they won the game. But Underlord, with a bit of malice, can lock down Puck, can lock down Timber. They can't orb out or just Timber chain out. And he has his ways of dealing with those Chaos Knight illusions as well.
And I do want to say, DC apparently is a team that does like waking up late. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but some of these teams, I would say Complexity is probably the most structured of teams. So like they see a 9 a.m. game, they're probably happy. They're like, oh, we're going to get a good night's sleep. The other teams, those nerds are going to be.
Oh, you said DC likes to wake up early?
No,
or
they
does
don't.
Not?
DC does not.
Yeah,
they were waking up like noon, 1 p.m. and stuff, and now they have a pretty early game. So I think that it kind of favors Complexity on a weirder scale because they do feel like a team like Josh, like, you guys need to go to bed at 11 p.m.
Yeah, and then he has like an epic breakfast ready for him in the morning.
Man. Bacon, eggs, hash browns just sprawled out on a buffet on the king's table. Look at Jack drooling over there. I love hash browns.
Hash browns are
we got a chance to taste the Josh cooking, so yeah.
It's pretty good.
The stories are true.
He is a great guy, young too, unlike us fogies over here.
What? I was going to ask what the pause was for.
It was TeamSpeak issues from DC, which also could mean, I don't want to throw it out there that they're lying. Yes, I was actually going to say a Mason dump in the morning is very likely. I was also looking at these drafts, and it seems like one of the earliest things you learn in Dota, more stuns equal more wins. And right now, Complexity, you have the Jakiro Ice Path, Earthshaker in general, Puck, Chaos Knight. It just feels like they have way more lockdown, and I always feel more comfortable going into a game if we have stuns. And on the other side, what do you actually just have Abed, someone who's just going to farm instead of coming to those early team fights probably.
What do you think the Jakiro is going to be floating around first? I feel like he should have a pretty decent time if he's just zoning back Underlord, right?
He probably wants to do it, but he might have to go middle if they do Lich Viper middle. Because that would be, Viper would just decimate him, and with Lich being there harassing as well, they might have to commit a second hero there.
I don't think they're gonna go for Lich Viper mid, maybe just eat a creep on mid, or he can eat the creep on top, so MSS gets the lane back. Viper does well against Puck in the laning stage, so I don't think he needs help. I mean, even if they decide to go for it, I don't think Jakiro can do much on that lane.
Just throw out a dual breath, hope it scares them
Yeah,
away
Lich
enough they don't
stands
do
far,
anything. Yeah.
far behind, and I don't know, you can't really get close to Viper. You're gonna get 2-3 hits, plus you're gonna get hit back by his aura, by his passive.
Man, I'm just lost in those puck wings. Like, they're actually so trippy if you just stare at them for like 30 seconds.
It's like looking at the sun.
Yeah. You guys watched that eclipse? That happened, what, a couple...
I watched it on
month
the
ago?
stream, yeah. I was actually in the dentist office when it happened.
Were you?
Yeah, getting ready for a root canal. It was an ecliptically awesome day.
Yeah, they... Nice.
Oh.
They tell you not to stare at the sun, but I'm like, what do you mean? The moon's in front of the sun, dumbos. So I just stared at it and it looked cool.
Yeah, cool.
You're wrong, Grant.
What?
If you, I mean, just by watching at the sun normally, it's bad for your eyes if you
Yeah,
watch
but the
at
moon was blocking it.
No, but during the
Yeah, the
eclipse,
moon
it's
is
worse.
like-
It's
yeah,
worse.
well-
It's like 10 times worse.
Why is that?
Yeah, I don't know why.
You don't know, but you're going to try to
Yeah,
come
but-
at me.
Yeah.
No fact-checking. Jack, why is it worse?
I don't know how to explain
Sorry, I'm busy
it,
observing. I
but
haven't been listening to
but
you.
it
The
is.
moon is like
Random
the
noise.
Earth's natural sunglasses, all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know. Cool. K-Cool's in chat. But bottom lane, Abed, Moon Meander, and Mason were smoked up. Doesn't look like they're doing anything. We see an early ward planted down actually from Complexity in the bottom lane to scout out who's giving that bottom. A really deep dire ward actually by the tier 2 middle. We haven't seen that one placed this early. I mean, this is a very common ward, but as your first ward spot, what are you hoping to just spot out? Just the lanes?
I don't think anyone will jungle from Complexity side or be stacking those creeps. I don't know.
What are you talking about? I'd love to see Jungle Jakiro.
Jack, go
Thanks,
back to
Jack.
observing. Yeah. I'm just kidding. And it will be, it looks like Puck's just going to be middle. Obviously, like we said, still no shared tangles. Kyle's like, all right, here you go. Here's one, here's two. And it'll be just a simple, whoa, I was going to say it's just going to be 2 for 2 rune. Is no one going to go for that top rune? It's going to be
They
just
just
that
assume
hidden
it's
100
not
gold.
there?
No, Moose sees it.
Alright.
They ping it out because they have that ward. And wait, MSS? Oh, he's going to get it. You could kind of see Chessie was running over that way. Now he's like, oh, wait, what?
Oh,
Oh,
and
the
100.
counter ward. So he gets 2 for
200 gold.
and
Stacked.
26 experience right there.
This game's over.
Yep, not too shabby from them. And actually, it's going to be Bulba starting out middle with the Viper, helping him block a little bit perfectly on his hill. Now Bulba can just harass Limp out of this lane with Smathan. Look at that. Miss uphill, though. He will farm a little bit of the cogs. Nope, nice deny by Bulba. Bottom lane, it is going to be, like we said, that's TI6 moved in the safe lane is Timbersaw versus Lich Sven.
Triple mango build. Look at the region already. 9.3 per second.
So what happens in this lane? Lich is already leaving. I mean, obviously,
They're swapping in the lanes probably.
so do they want the...
I don't know. The Timber is not really threatened by Sven.
either
Look
one.
at
Yeah, but he's not threatened by Underlord either, right? It feels like no matter what you do, it depends who you want to get farm. They're going to try their best over here to harass him out of the lane. Going to be very difficult. And already we see Bulba possibly moving down bottom. He's just sticking around mid for now. Z-Freak. Z-Freak just standing on the rune at 120 in. Doesn't want to give away where he's at, I suppose. And nothing too crazy going on, actually, in this game. Middle lane, Limp getting harassed pretty damn hard. Last hits denies. 4-4 to 4-0. Not too bad for Limp middle, though, right now. Considering Viper obviously does have that big advantage.
Feels like Bulba starts mid every game, no matter what.
Is that a good or a bad?
Jack, I have a decree.
Yes, sir.
Every kill you miss,
Oh no, MSS, wait
I'll
up,
let you
I'll
try
help
to
him
catch
out
this
right here.
one.
That's a 2 Saiyan stun, he's gonna get blocked out as well. He has Atrophy Aura, he's not level 2 yet, can't throw out a Firestorm. Kyle was actually looking behind the tower. He's gonna hit that dual breath, he has a liquid fire, that's gonna do a chunk of damage as well. Oh, they're trying to juke in. They thought MSS ate through the tree, but he's just sitting there. Chessie will eat it, and they'll give it to Kyle.
Jack, I'm
go
glad
on.
you caught that kill, Jack, because my decree is that every kill you miss is one joke you have to perform at the end of the series panel.
Yeah, and bottom lane, actually Abed and Moo. Bulba's here trying to help out. Moo taking no damage until Abed gets into the cogs. He will be in here now, and there is the kill. Nicely done there. So a tri-lane kill on a solo lane for both teams.
Well, my answer to you, Dakota, is that the only joke that's going to be told this series that you think I'm going to miss any kills.
All right, all right. I mean, I don't care if it's why the chicken crossed the road, but you'll have to look up a joke and have it ready to perform at the end of this series, okay?
I love tapping out when I'm the observer. It's my specialty.
At the end of the series, you can prepare later.
That is Jack's specialty, though, to be fair. So Moo did get killed. Bottom still has the 3 mangoes and plenty of health regen. He has to tank up some creeps so he gets any sort of armor, because he actually starts at 0 armor. A lot of people are like, well, you have so much armor, but it's only when the reactive armor actually hits you that you get something middle. Kill happens. I heard Jack catching it, and just a nice block coming out from Z-Freak. That's a pretty big kill, right? Like, Viper should just be able to stay in the lane. Z-Freak comes in with only a stun, and they pick him up, and now look at the CS. 18-3 versus 13-8. Limp is having...
Versus Viper.
Yeah, a dandy of a time here. Mason will harass him out of lane now, and look at Bulba is waiting, and Orb's down. So if he moves up, Bulba will be ready to go in, but Limp does a good job of staying back. Health pots up, and Bulba sees that health potion and can't do anything. Top lane, MSS getting gone again. Look who's here. It is Z-Freak timing a stun, blocks him out from going into the river. One more hit from Chessie. Nope, it'll have to be 2. Oh, got him. He ate the mango, and he's like, do I really want the kill that bad, or will we just give it to each other? And they just share it up, and now he has mana for when Underlord comes back. And oh, Underlord is getting experience. He's level 4. Are these deaths? Obviously, you never want to die, but being level 4 this early is pretty good, right, Lacoste?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, he died 2 times. I mean, you need to get some levels better than being level 1 and have 0 deaths.
No.
Yeah, that's the.
I would say as an
worst
offlaner,
scenario.
if your level matches what minute it is, you got to be doing pretty damn good.
Yeah, definitely, because look at Moo. Moo down bottom's only level 3. He's not even 3.5 yet, and he's in the safe lane right now.
Yeah, well, because of Lich 8.
Yeah,
ate
exactly.
a lot of
Cheating
creeps.
I think that was back when IX Mike was on Freedom. He said, you know, there's some heroes you don't mind dying with. Dying actually means nothing, and he was usually talking about Abaddon back then. As long as you're getting levels and maybe like boots, you're just happy, whatever.
Yeah,
Who cares
IX
if
Mike
you
trying
die?
to justify why dying's okay. Okay, Grant,
Yeah,
thank
nah,
you.
I mean, that's why he's on a team right now. I'm just come on, shout to Mike.
Shout to Mike.
See the concept of productive deaths. I like
Yep.
it.
And middle lane, Earthshaker's looking around. Already has level 2 stun Bulba.
Okay,
Did
that's one
Jack
joke.
see that? He did
Nope,
not.
that's one joke. Later, Grant. Or
What?
Jack.
He died to neutrals. Get
He
out
died.
of here.
He did die, Jack.
He did
He
Get
die.
out of here. That's
Ja-
not a kill.
Jack, you don't get to
this
make up what kills and what
Ancient
aren't.
Prowler with Petrify
Yeah,
got him.
he's dead longer because he died to
lane,
that. That should be
Jack.
2 jokes.
Don't miss the action.
Bottom lane, Jack.
They're going in.
was
Timbersaw
on
is
bottom
getting
lane,
initiated on
bros.
again. He has level 2 reactive armor, though. Plenty of that. He just hits that Q, takes off some attributes from Sven. Can't even do that much damage after that. And, I mean, the biggest thing to look at, though, is Lich is level 4. Sven is almost level 5. And Moo just barely hitting that level 4. So the offlane going extremely well, obviously, with that Lich for the Dire. Top lane isn't going terrible for MSS. He is dying a lot, getting no farm. So it is nervous giving Chessie a lot of farm. We see what he can do with what his armlet treads, just start those early game fights. And middle, 37-7 versus 29-8. The puck actually winning this. And it looks like he's like not even ever in the lane. He's just timing his orbs perfectly to hit that CS. And top lane, Z-Freak and Bulba going at it. Z-Freak trying to run away. Looks like he will. Chessie's here now. Firestorm doesn't even go off because of that. Nicely done, and Limp's here. That will be a kill. Bulba does scoop up the boundary rune on the out, but nice rotation there from Radiant, saving Z-Freak and getting a kill.
Yeah, well, it gets to one point where those productive gets, you need to stop after, let's say, 0 and 3.
Yep.
Enough
Oh.
with productivity.
Puck just flies in invisible after using the orb, and
It's not even necessarily how often you feed, but it's like what the enemy takes to kill you. If they have to use up all their resources and mana to secure that one kill.
yep. Oh, and there we go. Z-Freak's getting gone on this time. I do not believe he's surviving. Mason will get the uphill kill. Nice roaming from Bulba, and that's what you see, right? Clockwork, if Clockwork just follows Earthshaker around, especially at level 3, it's just easy kills for the Clockwork. Earthshaker can do nothing. But top lane getting pushed in because of that gank. We're going to see Chessie level 6. He could just come in and ulti here to take the tower. I don't even think he has to, though. They're just going to hit the tower. MSS here now. Going to throw down that Firestorm. Does a decent chunk of damage to him.
Yeah, this is fun. This is the most fun Underlord can have. Like, you're gonna wanna push the tower? No, you won't.
It's a lot of fun.
I have another decree here.
for Jack.
This one's for all of you.
Jack,
If there
top
is-
lane.
Top lane, we actually see initiation, pardon me, King Dakota, and oh my god, MSS got blown up, and it's
Oh, Jack's
bottom
on
lane.
it.
bottom
Jack
lane,
got
he
it.
gets the
Jack
kills.
is all
though.
over
Jack
the
is
place.
on it. All right, go on, Dakota.
If there is ever a full team wipe, you guys must do a standing ovation for him. Stand and clap.
Standing ovation. All right, easy enough.
Okay.
I can clap very loud. I will blow these mics out. I'm known as the clap back
Yeah,
at
and
work.
the blower, so keep going.
All right.
You say you're known as the clap?
Yes. Limp and Bulba going at each other. Limp can actually get this kill. He will orb forward. Yeah, he's just going to
Jack, that's the second one.
forward. Bulba will go down, and Limp
Oh, we
actually
got
gets an
it.
arcane rune
He got
as
it.
well.
He got
Jesse
it.
gets
I
the
was
top
looking at the
tower.
action bottom, actually. It's end-to-end action.
Bottom. We do see action. They need to be careful. He has Timber chain up. Nice body block by Moon. Macing it a TBN. He's still slowed from the Frost Blast. Will Mason be able to catch up? Just get a Timber chain away. Get mana boots. And that's about it. Top lane MSS. This guy has been in trouble for some time, but Firestorm will push him back. That's the best feel. Oh, go on, sorry.
Yeah, look at those valves on Viper, huh, Jack? 2 valves.
2 valves.
2.
For those who don't know, it's Viper salves.
Oh, and just a blockout coming from Z-Freak, so move confirm these 2 creeps. That's the best feeling as a Chaos Knight. A lot of people don't even know that exists, that it's a 50-50 chance you get an extra illusion.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, you know, CK used to be even more, way more RNG. It's good Ice Frog kept some of that RNG in the game. I mean, maybe the pro players don't like it, but fuck them.
RNG heroes are fun. Him and Ogre, you know.
Yeah, they just bring a spice to the
They
game.
need to add more so you can have 5-man RNG team. That'd be pretty sick.
I never liked that.
Support
RNG.
RNG needs to
Yeah.
come. I guess Ogre's that. Oh well.
I mean,
Okay.
if someone crits your bashes you a few times in a row, I mean,
That's life.
That's life. That's Dota. Dota
Z-Freak
is
now,
life.
oh, I like this. Z-Freak's just leeching the experience right here. He's going to stun, even steal a creep. Almost killed Abed, actually. Nicely done by him. And now Moo's coming over, and they're going to have to defend this. And oh, man, that was a very, very close call for this Sven. Nice job by Z-Freak contesting that. Chessie, I mean, he's one of those heroes, you know, gets armlet, treads, loves to throw him around. He doesn't really need to. Bottom lane, sounds like we have an ultimate coming. Moo will just fly away. Will they be able to chase him down? He's going to try to use this tree vision. Oh, that was pretty nice. The one tree left, visions him, and then just timber chains away.
imagine if he Quelling Blade
The tree,
down that 3
sees it, yeah.
before he used the Timber Chain just for the lulz.
That would have been.
TI second place plays there, right, Grant?
That is, I mean, hey.
Like, I mean, if you saw a Shiki Leshrac or if you saw a Garter Bounty Hunter, would you say TI second place? as well?
No, probably not. Let's be real. There's second placers, and then there's second placers. You know what I'm saying, Jack? All right, good. And Chaos Knight get a hit level 8 here this wave, and he is very close to his armlet. Actually, he has it now. Do you want to see the CK leave top lane and just go ganking with this?
Well, his ulti is up. He can TP to bottom to actually clear that tower. Does MSS have a TP? Yes, he does. But
And here we go. Z-Freak puts one of his illusions over by the Ancients to scout out if they're going to continue doing them. Mason pretty much permanently bottom out, trying to shut down Mua. I like the rotation, actually, from DC. And now Abed, Mask of Madness Tread, just clears out the rest of that. It gets level 9.5, but top lane, tier 2. Going to take a lot of damage from this Liquid Fire.
look at this productive farming. TPs to his shrine, clears another ancient stack.
Loses some experience. Z-Freak actually getting a top lane. We're going to see a Clockwork hook in. Not going to do anything. A nice coil coming out from Limp. They might just get out with that. Pops a few raindrops here too. And bottom lane now just pushed in by Moo. Obviously, Timbersaw, you know, not the best pusher, but any damage is damage.
And once again, we see a build on Limp. He goes Veil plus Power Threads as well. Usually, Pucks go for either Power Threads Wand into Blink Dagger or Veil Brown Boots into Blink Dagger.
And bottom lane now Moo. Could be in a little bit of trouble, but he seems to be fine. Obviously, no hook from the Clockwork. We saw it top, and he'll just cancel the TP. So, feels like Radiant's making a lot of space right now, and they're actually 2k gold up. Now top has Ice Armor, but it's about to wear off. They might just be able to take this tower if they commit Chessie's ult and, you know, maybe gets that extra illusion. This is definitely the combo who can bring down Mason. Just get a couple of crits on Chaos Knight with that armlet up, and Viper will melt. Mid lane getting pushed in just by creeps. It feels like Complexity is doing that really well. All the lanes are almost always in their favor, even with that ice armor. They're just getting a ton of damage on these towers. It's like Moon Meander. Get a sit here because we're at a pause. Settings from Limp. You know, sometimes settings happen.
Timeout called. So just a reminder again about these decrees.
Okay.
Okay, because we're already
Jack
in
already
store.
has 4 jokes.
We have 1 joke at least.
I thought it was 2.
Nah.
No, that's a neutral person.
No, that counts. You
I
can
was
look
there.
at the
He
health
missed.
bars up top. No, no. That counts 100%.
No.
I don't
didn't
care
see
what
him
the
miss
king
a
says.
second.
That is, that isn't death. Jack, do you not look at life bars up top? You couldn't see him at 1 HP?
You hear that insubordination? He doesn't care.
No,
what
I
the
mean,
king says.
I am. Maybe the king will get overthrown if he actually doesn't let Jack.
Oh, look at
Bottom
these
lane, they're going in on
squats
move.
over there. He's starting to
looks-
overthrow you, and Dakota's just laughing.
Oh,
it
and he's
off.
just going to TP out. Do they have any stuns? Abed will get it off. That was at the last 0.1 second. Move's going to do as much damage as he can, but he will go down. And man, that Abed stun came at the last possible second. But look at this. Clockwork in a lot of trouble now. Limp's just right-click him down. He will get the kill. Liquid Fire helps burn it down. 1-for-1 trade, obviously a safe laner for a support, but cole's happy. Whoa, MSS needs to be careful. Fisher up in 4. That's it. Chessie will just take down top tower, though. And when we were asking if he's going to rotate, I mean, no need to.
There's an
He's just
extra
free
illusion
farming.
you were talking about.
Yep, again, 2 for 2 now. Feels so good. I mean, it's a full 100% damage. CK's illusion may take a lot of damage, but they deal 100%, so you have to be careful. It's like 3 heroes, but illusions.
That was creepy. Don't do that.
Yeah, my bad. Dakota, while we have a lull, you saw the new It movie. Would you suggest it?
Yeah, I guess it was okay. It was
People
pretty
like
good.
to go to movies, right? You wouldn't like tell people to go out of their way to see it, though.
That was pretty good to see. It's not super scary. It's not gory or scary like that. It's pretty good. I would
What's
rate
the
it.
scariest movie that you saw?
Scariest movie that
Yeah.
I've saw.
Scary Movie 3.
That's a scary one.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Nothing too insane going on. I bet just farming Mask of Mana plus threats. He went Blink before Echo Saber.
Yeah,
We've
he
actually seen
did that one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he went for that build when he didn't have too much farm.
Yeah.
You know, this will probably show my age, but I was scared of when Michael Jackson turned into a werewolf on the Thriller music video when I was
Were
young.
you actually scared of that?
Yeah, I was young though. I was super young. We had the VHS tape.
Huh.
I was like, 6 or something.
Well, Dakota's a certified fun dude. Were
gonna
you
throw you in
actually
the
scared
fucking
of a
dungeon.
Michael Jackson music video?
This was like when I was like a child.
Bro, the king is
When you-
really about to get tossed off that throne starting soon. I mean,
Everyone's
with
gonna laugh
Toss
now
You
because
With
they're like,
Me?
yeah, Michael Jackson. I wasn't even alive for Michael Jackson.
Well, I think they were going to think of the other transformation Michael Jackson made. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah,
but
if you were a kid, you should be more careful about other things.
All right,
for
Grant. I'm
Michael
gonna
Jackson.
grab a Chucky doll and fucking throw it in
No,
your
no,
fucking
please
bed.
don't. I hate
All right,
Chucky.
dude.
All right, guys. How many people you think watching this right now even know what a VHS tape is? I mean,
Yeah,
come
no,
on.
I guarantee it's a bunch of young little pieces of.
I had a VHS sister
We have
tape.
Twitch TV right now, and
Yeah,
we
you
had
had-
tape? VHS.
We used to listen to audio tapes.
Yeah.
What's that?
I had my fucking.
A pretty. I mean, we're talking, but it's a lull in the thing. Complexity up almost 4,500 gold. Wait, someone has a Helm of the Dominator. Who is it? Because I saw the aura. It's gonna be Mason. Okay, I was like, I saw the aura on so, and then Viper goes for that Helm of the Dominator. We've been seeing it more and more. Obviously, you get that 10 HP regen, which is nice for pushing altogether. You get the attack speed, even just a little like the old drum. But it feels like Complexity is pretty complacent. Just farming up until maybe Chessie has 1 or 2 more items. Obviously, you don't want to be too complacent against a Sven, especially Sven versus CK.
I like your comparison, Grant,
Which one?
of complexity as complacent.
Oh, thank you. That's called an alliteration, if you didn't know.
So, judging by the timings on their blink daggers, Complexity is gonna be ready to fight in the next minute probably. Once Earthshaker gets the blink dagger, needs to heal up. They have a blink dagger on a puck. That's pretty much everything they need. Jakiro with the Force Staff against that Clockwork, of course, or just to throw something out of the focus when stun blinks and hits him.
There we see MSS. MSS actually level 10.5 compared to Moose, just about to hit 10. So even though Timbersaw was in that safe lane against maybe that lane, I mean the Lich, right? It all comes back to that Lich just denying a creep.
We didn't see one Lich ulti so far, right?
Not yet. We haven't seen... I mean, we've seen some Puck ultis and
I
some
don't think
CK
we've seen a
ultis,
team
but really
fight.
no ultis.
There's been like no team fight yet. Really.
It seems to be, that's how DC's kind of like playing these games, right? They like getting these like 3v3s, but not full 5v5s. And you know Sven wants a 5v5 sometimes. You know complexity. Now that they have a Veil Blink on Puck plus ES Blink, they are ready to just put in some work. But I lied. It's going to be a split push bottom from a DC and then a middle split push coming from complexity.
Moo hitting
One more
tip.
time,
And he gets
extra
it again,
illusion.
man. Oh my. And now you get that extra. Now it's 2+1, and he melts that tower. My goodness. And they could do a lot of damage to this middle if they don't TP back. They need the Underlord there, right? Throwing out the Firestorm. He just threw it out top.
There's 3 illusions
Oh
hitting the
my
tower.
God. Look at it. Okay, Frost Armor.
Unhealable.
It is. That is actually a decent chunk of damage. You're going to go below 1,300? Yep. I mean, just that's free damage. I know illusions give golden experience, but at this early in the game, it's like 10 gold.
That's even the nerf damage, too. Remember, illusions don't hit towers as hard as they used to.
Oh, and here we go. Jakiro, this is a new one for coL. Well, a new death for coL as well, but he went 4-step first on Jakiro. Sometimes we see Glimmer, Mana Boots, something like that.
I mentioned it already. It's
Did you?
because of the clockwork. He can push people out of a bit of malice. It's one of the best items against Sven and the Viper in general, just to kite them.
Makes sense. We do see Hood on Timber, so I'll get to go for the Bloodstone next, but obviously Hood, just an overall good item. Pretty much makes the Lich a nobody. Firestorm doesn't do as much.
What do you think is the most underrated item in the game right now? Because
Glamour.
there's clearly plenty of overrated, not overrated, but highly utilized items, while other items like Mechanism, for example, are kind of on the way out. Is
I
there
don't
one that's
know,
underrated?
does Road of Aetas count? I mean, that's
Sure.
one of my favorite
Yeah,
items
I
right
think
now
so.
because it's so easily made and it gives you so much stats, especially on, let's say, position 4 or 5. You see a lot of Helmet of Dominators or Solar Crest on 4/5. But Aetas works well, especially against heroes like Puck and Timber, so I guess that's why they picked Underlord as well, because of the Pit of Malice route.
Well, do you mean underrated or like underused?
Underused.
That's
I mean,
the same, kind of the same. Underused, but very powerful is pretty much what underrated is.
No, I would say it's still just Glimmer Cape. That thinking you got so much trouble with the minus damage, and I mean, we still see it, but that feels like an earn to me. Like you should have one on every team, every game.
Yeah, Earn kind of fits in there too.
Now, underused could just be that it's bad, or just think that it's bad.
Well, underrated means.
Oh, sorry, Jack. I didn't know you were giving Dakota English lessons here.
No. I think there's a bit of a difference there. You know,
All right.
underrated means you think it should be used,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but underused just means it's all right. I guess.
Jack, back to observing with you. Back to your observing cage.
Cage.
Get in the dungeon and observe still.
Nah, bet stuns creeps and runs away. Doesn't want to get initiated on. Radiant actually has a smoke gang going over here, but Abed had already TP'd out. They might just go maybe push that bottom tier 2. And DC really likes avoiding these fights. Maybe that's another reason they pick Viper and Underlord. They can just avoid fights but stop split pushing Lich as well. Like we saw the Frost Armor middle. They didn't have that Frost Armor middle. That tower would be like under 800 HP.
Underrated tower.
Yep. Moo? No mana right now. He can TP away in about 1 second, and he probably will. Yep, there he goes after Dire scouts him out. I think this was the last coL vs. DC series as well, right? Like, it never felt like we had any team fights except that one, like, big explosion of a team fight, and then the game's just over. It feels like both teams are just comfortable.
It was
yeah,
game
the-
2 got
The
ridiculous,
slow
right?
grind for I think it was both games where it was like a very low kill scores per minute, just kind of a slow grind.
Who do you think that favors? Does it favor the Sven, who's probably the hardest carry in this game, or do you like that coL's taking down these tier 2? They're going to take down their
Well, they have
third tier 2.
2 better scaling heroes, Sven and Viper,
Yeah.
I guess, but they have a Lich who doesn't scale pretty much at all. I mean, the same hero, once he actually has level 1 ice armor. Usually we see people maxing it.
Especially when they're pushing
Yeah,
your bases.
yeah,
early.
especially when they're playing heroes like a CK who removes your armor and relies on physical
Yep,
damage.
and he gets the extra illusion again middle, and that's a value glyph. They defended the tier 2 for 1 more second and then defend middle as well.
It's 28 gold right now for an illusion.
Oh, top lane, they're actually Sven trying to run away from Moo as well as Limp. Limp has to save his ulti to stop him from TPing. He'll just throw it out right now, though, because he has another friend here. It's Chessie, and they don't even need him. That is a very big kill on Sven. They also killed the tier 2 bottom and put in even more work on that middle tower. So coL all around the map just feels like they're doing, both teams are doing the same thing. They're just doing it better right now.
Yeah.
Obviously having a support who can push towers. Like Jakiro just solo pushed that tier 2 bottom and no one cared about it while you have a Clock and Lich on the other team.
And very patient play there from Limp as well. He kind of just waited. He saw Clockwork TPing. He's like, all right, I'm going to let these guys go back to base first before I make this jump. And then even more patience, as you said, holding on to that Dream Coil. So they could get some damage on him first, and he couldn't just escape.
We've seen a lot of games, 4-staff on Puck, by the way. We've seen a lot of games where like each team has like one stun, and they always just overcommit it. Like a lot versus Night Stalkers. Night Stalkers want to slow you down and do damage, and then they just TP out because you already used your Void. Middle lane, and by middle lane I mean Roshan's lane. Looks like Moo is just going to smack it up himself. Maybe just building
apartment.
Yeah, he's just building up some stacks. No one's helping him. He's
It's
definitely
not
not
a
going
very
to solo
spacious
this.
apartment.
That's a New York City apartment right there. Upper West Side, my place was smaller than that.
It is. Or Hong Kong apartment, yeah. Just a small walk-up, you know.
How
Can't
big
even-
are Hong Kong apartments? Like, is it actually just one room?
It's like
or?
tubes right now. They have
Can't
like
even fit
hotel
a
rooms.
computer. I mean, the older parts of the city, it's like, it
Just
feels
a
like
bed?
it's just a wall, pretty much. Yeah.
You just go in, you sleep on a bed, maybe a sink a
You
little
walk out,
farther
there's
down
like
the
a
rectangle.
super tiny space, yeah.
Yep.
Jack, we'll put you back in that box soon.
Yeah, with the observing box. And now they are going to actually go for Roshan, but always that Clockwork Rocket is there to scout him out. Gets the Reality Rift on there. They have the... We have not seen an Earthshake roll, by the way, and he is ready to use it. He's been level 9 for
Yeah,
some
Nether
time.
Lich ulti.
There's been no team ultis, it feels like, this game.
Yeah, just limp. It
No
feels like
Underlord ulti as well.
Yeah. No Uber. But, oh, a wraparound Limp. That would be a big catch. Can they get him? They have to hit the hook on him. Oh, and Limp doesn't see him, though. They're in the trees. I don't think he
5-man
spotted him
coil.
yet. Now they will. Uh-oh, and he gets locked down. Will he get face shut out before he dies? Nope, he goes down. And they actually ran past each other, but they didn't see each other because it was nighttime in the trees there. And that's a very nice pick up. 450 gold for MSS.
That's when they say, like, 2 ships in the night, right?
In the fog, yeah.
Yeah, and the pirates.
And will they go for Roshan themselves here with Puck being dead? I don't think they can, obviously. The risk of a buyback being there, obviously we can see there's not, but does DC know that? The answer is no.
Are you sure?
I believe so. Unless
Okay.
maybe they counted up his gold last hits. They've been counting up every single last hit he's ever gotten, plus the heroes. That'd be pretty nuts. Jakiro? They're smoked up behind him with Limp dead. This is a very gutsy call. Oh, they might bait out that regen rune. I would actually love that if they, like, bait out them bottle getting it. Abed, possibly running back. He has BKB now, though, so they have to get the jump. Whoa, hey there, it's daytime. They see each other. Dyer's Courier dies. That's the full Hurricane Pike on Mason gone. Not full, just the thing. We're going to see a nice initiation by Bola plus stun. Chessie taking a lot of damage. He is going to ulti out, gets the extra illusion again. Can't get out of the Pit of Malice. He finally gets 4-staff. Will he somehow survive? Needs a good armor pile. Don't think he can get it. Gets bursted down by Moonmeander. MSS going to try to ulti him out. Moo's doing a lot of damage, but he's getting 4-staff away. Will he die?
No
Yes,
suicide.
because MSS will cancel his ulti, and that's a big 2 for 0. And look at this, Abed's not done. One more hit. Bulba says, I'll tell you with the rocket. Now Limp is getting smacked. And we see the Underlord's Pit of Malice doing so much work right now. Silence comes out. I don't think that's going to be enough, my friend. And it will not. MSS gets the kill with that Rain of Fire kill. And now Kyle. This is going to be... do we...
No, Moo didn't die.
No, he did.
He did, yes.
Standing ovation, gentlemen.
Great.
Give it up
But
for
Jack,
DC.
and Jack's not
stand
standing.
up.
I gotta observe.
We're not sitting down until Jack stands.
I gotta observe, my friends.
Moo goes down.
There it
There
is.
you go.
All
Stand
right,
up
all
and
right.
cheer. Bring it up. Good
Just
job,
gotta
guys.
do my job first, you know? Just
All
don't
right,
take
all
that away from me. There we go.
Enough.
But that really was. That was a 6 for 0 team fight for DC, and they were up by... Complexity was up by 6,000 gold, and now DC is currently 1,000 gold up.
That
What a,
CK just couldn't do anything.
dude, Pit of Malice is...
Bit
That
of
is
Malice,
a good spell right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Right, because you
I mean-
can't Reality Rift out of it, it looked like, right? He tried, and it, like, rooted him, and maybe it just canceled
There was
the
a
animation.
4-staff, and
Yeah, and then it helped him out, but that was...
But the thing is,
fight.
Puck uses a phase shift after the duration ends, and then when he goes out, he's instantly
Good,
in
yep.
Pit of Malice once again.
Yeah, that's just a good hero. Feels like both teams had some good last picks there with the Underlord as well as the Timbersaw. But right now, the Timbersaw just lost 2 sets of the Bloodstone. He is down to 5 now. He's feeling pretty broke.
Also, I mean, with Limp dead and then them going on to Chessie, by the time he actually got off his Phantasm, he was already pretty low HP and not in a good spot to deal damage.
Yeah, and then Firestorm's a very good spell versus those illusions as well with the bonus damage, and then just melts them.
And the strength heroes in general, right? The beefier the hero,
Yeah.
take more damage.
Thing is, with CK, once he gets that Blink Dagger, he wants to be the one initiating from the fog, using ulti, just blowing up. hero before the fight starts. If he gets initiated on by Viper or Sven or Clockwork, his HP drops, then the illusions are not that strong.
Yep, now we see CK does have his BKB. Now we still have not, like you said, seen an Earthshaker ulti. Like, he needs to be the guy who jumps in there, just perma-locks down at least the Sven, maybe more.
Well, those are the mind games. If he didn't use it yet, what DC thinks, will he even use it? When he uses it, will it be that big?
Oh, look at this.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Earthshaker never using his ult.
Yeah, it's either his ult. I think his ult. Yeah, that's what a lot of us talk about. Yeah.
I just heard a lot of use and use.
If he doesn't know how to use the thing, he really shouldn't.
That's some Yogi Berra wisdom right there.
Oh, and here they are
He
trying
doesn't
to
use it. He
Rosh.
don't know when to use it.
This is a very dangerous Rosh,
Yeah, some
obviously, there to
wisdom
get out.
from
Oh,
Yogi
no!
Bear's basket. Huh?
He just got stunned in the pit, but it looks
What's
like
the
Dire
other's
doesn't
bear
want to go
name?
in.
No, I'm talking about you.
Boo Boo?
He's talking about Yogi
Boo Boo Bear.
Berra.
I'm talking about Yogi Berra. So
I know,
he's
but
just
the
like,
Yogi
other
Bear's
bear,
son?
the
No,
small
Yogi Berra is a real person who used to say really dumb quotes.
Yogi Berra as a person?
This
Yes.
guy, this guy's a baseball player for the Yankees. I think what, in like.
I thought you were
decades.
talking about that.
Oh, and they're going in.
cartoon.
Abed's going to just instantly BKB. Chessie might just die instantly. Double 4 staff, so we'll save him. He's just going to try to run away, but Abed's there. There, he cleaned up Kyle. Moo and Limp on the backside are trying to run away. Abed, though, if he gets his hand on anyone, right now he can't. Nice coil. If they can somehow get out of there with just Kyle dying, I'm sure they'd be extremely happy. They're going to get Roche on DC, though.
Wow. Back to Yogi Bear. Is that his actual real name,
Yeah.
Yogi Berra?
Yogi Berra, yeah.
He's very famous. Not famous enough for Europeans to know, but yeah. Oh, and there we go. Limp was going to try to steal it. Chessie kills Moonmander on the backside, used his ult, gets that kill, and Limp, unfortunately, couldn't quite go for the steal because Clockwork was there just earning him up, stopping stuff. And now Limp blinks forward. Oh, no, Limp blinked into the Sven. He's getting on Viz, but I don't think, can he get out of this? Looks like he might. He does get over, but Blink comes and smack down, and now Zefric tried to save him. Now he's just going to die as well, it looks like. We have the crit stick up on Sven, so even without God Strength, he's putting in a little bit of damage. Nice hook, and he's going to push him back into Abed, and Bull was like, I'll snatch that up.
It's crazy what you can't, you know, in the heat of the moment, it's really something, but had he not jumped to the orb, you know, it could have been a different story. It's just really unfortunate, kind of nutty in moments like that.
Yep. Now Bulba has a gem. They're just going to use that, just get all the vision on the map and control this game. And now they're up 15 to 10 in the kills. Top lane gets pushed in by Moo a little, though, so not too bad. Chessie as well, level 18.
He's still hanging with top net worth.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like he's in first, but it doesn't feel like he's done anything in these fights, right? He's done a good job of farming, but then he killed Lich at the end of the fight, and that's about it.
I don't know if it's just enough. Like the tri-core of DC are all just behind him.
Yeah.
In that net worth.
In terms of the fights, make a big difference too. Like both of the last 2 team fights have started basically onto him, so they already began chunking him away, like with Sven. Then when he splits, it just feels a lot less potent, and he's not getting to just instantly blow someone up, which you usually want CK to do, right? When you get off the Phantasm, especially with the blink, you're counting on him being able to just suddenly just annihilate someone, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah, man, Bulba is in Viz, scouts out Moo. Doesn't look like anyone's around him, though. It'd be a very tough kill. Well, an impossible kill for just Bulba, but...
Look at this Underlord. 34 armor. What?
Guardian
plus Guardian Greaves when
Claymore,
it drops under 25%.
Yeah, that's going to be a very tough kill. Now, we saw him kind of get bullied top lane, but then just had a very good mid game. I mean, you win those team fights with Underlord, you start racking up the AoE gold from the kills. It looks like they want to push in that bottom tier too. Complexity kind of knows it, so they're heading up top instead. They know they can't really 5v5 fight anymore unless they get the perfect Earthshaker ulti. And even then, if Underlord gets his pipe Guardian Greaves off, it's going to be too much. And no ulti committed from Sven yet, just Mask of Madness. They might go base here with the Aegis. They definitely can do some damage, and they will. We're going to see Moo try to clear out the creeps with his ultimate. Chakra Magic.
There they go.
And yep, in they go. We're going to see stuns come out. Sven getting it 4-7. Look at those. They're just going to Underlord on out. Look at all that damage they did to the tower. Didn't even feel like they were there. And under 1,000 life now on that tower. So what's going to be the breaking point? Is there just going to be one fight and then just a Rax?
A one and done kind of a game.
Doesn't feel like either team really has the... I mean, Sven obviously can melt some buildings, especially when he gets that... oh, he is changing.
Oh, they just smoked. They want to take a fight
It's a
with
smoke
the
into a
Aegis. They
smoke.
have a full BKB. What is it? 9
Middle
second
lane, we're
BKB,
about to go in.
8.
Limp actually gets discovered. Sven tries to stun him. He doesn't get it off, though. Nicely done. And oh my goodness, on the back, Moonmeander does get that Glimmer Cape off, and we see what it does. He's trying to kill him, but now Chessie's going to get kited around by the Viper. And now Guardian Greaves comes out from Underlord, and this is not looking good for the Rain. That was a very hectic, but just an initiation, and then Chessie got kited around.
Can Bulba catch him? Yes, he can.
Does get the hook shot off. Z-Freak now. Get a 4-staff over, though. He might be okay. Blink forward by Abed. Gets it off. Needs a crit.
1, 2, 3.
No. Oh, and he uses his ulti as well, and Bulba snipes it with the rock, and they're just going to go into the base. They still have everything. They have the Aegis, no God Strength, but they don't really need it. There's going to be a Glyph.
This, unfortunate. Chessie, like, jumps in, looks like he's going to blow the hell up out of Moon, but,
nope. Glimmer Cape, man.
The fissure.
Puts him in Viz, yeah, and there we go.
Well.
Abed's still here. Just swinging around at these Raxes. Doesn't even have God Strength up. Still has his Aegis, so going to throw the stun. Moon's now in a little bit of trouble. Nice 4-staff forward, though. Mason is going to try to bring him down. Another 4-staff, but the lightning procs, the magic damage will be enough. They get the kill. Now they're just going to finish off these Raxes. Guardian Greaves again. MSS just popping them off cooldown. And that will be a full set of racks, and they're just going to try to leave. Or are they?
They are going to leave. They
Underlord.
didn't try shit.
Oh,
woo. They tried to force him in out of the...
Yeah, you see the affirmative by MSS. It almost felt like they could have took that fight if they didn't cancel. And that's why he's like, oh, I might have made a mistake. That definitely could have just been a team wipe. DC would have done really good there. But, I mean, why take the risk, I guess? You took the full racks. And even
you didn't have Phantasm up on CK, and there was only 4 heroes there.
Yeah.
Man, he was just getting kited so much, but what I didn't get to finish is, he jumped in for the Lich. Lich got glimmered, and then he wanted to turn around and go for Abed, but there was a fissure there blocking him, so, again, just so awkward for the CK.
Man, I mean, it just feels like I mean, obviously it's an uphill battle. They're down by 9,000 now. Chessie, he wishes he had that 25. That pierces spell immunity, right? That Fissure wouldn't have done anything, could just gone on the Sven, and now we see them just farming their own jungle. He has a Bloodthorn now. No Lotus Orbs, right, on anyone?
No.
No Mantas on anyone. This is just a free Bloodthorn. No one can stop it. And the Underlord has his Shiva's Guard if he wishes to purchase it. They're just counter-warding right now. Limp pushing out bottom. He has no item progression. He had that Force Staff was his last item he purchased at 22 minutes. And he has the same items at 36 minutes now. And as a puck, right, you get a Veil, you can farm up waves so quickly. He's going for an Ags, but even that he's still 1,000 away from.
Well, he got caught two times before the fight even started, so he lost the gold and didn't get any gold from the team fights if they even killed anyone on DC's side.
Yeah. And now we see the Viper. Like Dakota said there, the 3 cores are just outscaling almost everyone. Even the Underlord's almost above the CK now, about 1,500 down. And he's just farming up middle by himself. They're going to try to go on him now. He just casts ulti and, well, see you later. Top lane, though, looks like they are going. Bulba finds Chessie, and that's a huge find. And as you see, he's going to try to go out, and Moonmeander's like, I want to throw my ult, but it doesn't do anything anymore. Yeah. You'll still see a lot of Liches do that. Looks like Moonmeander, a little bit smarter than the other ones, though. And just like that, we saw he tried to Phantasm out of Bulba first before he BKB TP'd, and you just can't do it against Clockwork.
Does it still say mini stun on there? They took it off, right?
Let's hope they
Looks
took
like
it off.
it.
You never know.
No, they
goes
didn't.
Through spell immunity.
Yeah.
It says the first target will be immediately interrupted.
No, but when you press Alt, it says this stun goes through spell immunity. The first target will be immediately interrupted.
So.
That is incorrect.
Get on it, Valve!
That actually is, I mean...
Get on
I
overthrow
mean,
as well.
It's not the biggest deal. Yeah, get on overthrow mostly. But yeah, that I mean, it doesn't stop. They need to fix that because that's been around the game forever. You can't just like lie to people. Lying's very bad, Jack. One time, Jack told me that he didn't think Del Taco was better than Taco. Well, Jack, when we had Del Taco yesterday, don't tell me that wasn't the truth.
Grant has a problem understanding what a lie is and what.
Jack, you said Del Taco wasn't as good as Taco Bell.
But you know what? I'm a convert after yesterday. Del Taco,
So
Del Beef Burritos are the truth.
They are. And now they just push in bottom, or top, pardon me. They take that tier 2, they do a little bit of damage, and do they just wait for the next Roche and then probably end the game then? Or try to, I should say.
Still
Well,
no max.
this
though,
item
but-
might change things a little bit for complexity. Aghanim Scepter on puck, the snap, plus it goes the snap duration, plus it goes through a BKB, so CK can blow up people. Maybe if they, the play they can go for maybe is place a puck ulti and just force him out. I mean, puck has his own, so the snap duration is, let me just check real quickly, 4.5 seconds.
Oh,
That's what you meant.
yeah.
They do have an Assault Cuirass now on the Chaos Knight. Oh, looks like... Oh, Bulba had the perfect line on Kyle. Unfortunately, the creeps were there. They're trying to chase down Moon, not chase down Chessie. Moon,
He
they
needs
do
a
have
TP.
vision with the rocket. Can he just TP? Looks like he's still juking, like people are chasing him. But they're actually going down the backside. And look who Abed finds. It's actually the CK, but a nice 4-staff coming from, looks like Limp. They have 3 4-staffs on their team. And that's going to be that. They do have a lot of mobility
They
on
have
coL now.
four staffs.
Do they now?
4 staffs.
4 staffs. Oh, they do timber, yeah. Huh. Damn, there's a lot of 4 staffs.
Damn, Lacoste.
4 staffs.
Dang.
So how, your complexity, do you ever look for a fight, or do you only want to take it in your base?
If they have a surprise effect near the Roche, DC already scouting it, so I don't know, they need to push out the lanes. The bottom lane is hard to push out. If they can take them by surprise, it's a good, some big Earthshaker plus Puck combo, but we didn't see it happen yet.
Yeah. And looks like Roche will go down here. They get the Bloodthorn up on him, plus that Alpha Wolf extra damage, and this Roche is just going to go down so damn quick.
A little WoW raid feeling there. You see all the numbers popping up and the target.
Yeah, neckbeard. Yeah.
Just tank and spanked right there.
Yeah, I've talked to girls before, Jack. Wait, no, I haven't. Oh, no. Z-Freak, almost, he is still only level 11 at 39 minutes in. That's not very good, Lacoste, no matter how you look at it.
Level 9?
Wait, who's level 9?
Oh, you said 11.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah, that's not very good. At least you need level 12 for that level 2 Echo Slam, but...
And here we go. They're just going to pipe and push in, it looks like now. Ice Path will go down the middle. Fisher blocks all the creeps, but a couple creeps will get into base. They're deep, and then look at actually top lane. Oh my goodness, Mason attacks so fast. Assault Cuirass plus Mjolnir. Look at him go. The Machine Gun Viper without even an, what's that called? Butterfly. Abed almost level 25 now. Do you always take, what do you take on level 25, Sven?
Well, it's both are so good.
Yeah.
I prefer to go for Stormhammer cooldown because it's what you can use it 13, 5, so you have 3 seconds downtime actually. You can stun every 5 seconds, which lasts 2 seconds.
That's good. Look at this Viper. He is flat.
Viper is on cocaine.
Oh, he gets double 4-step forward. Can they somehow bring him down? Chessie with the
Has the
using his
cheese.
ult. Can't quite do it yet. He does have the cheese. Clockwork actually. What the hell did he hook?
That was cute. I like that.
He hooked Viper.
Okay.
Ice Bath double force.
Yeah, I enjoy the play, but still, they're losing their tower, and they're not really getting anything out of this. No one's split pushing. It's just straight 5-on-5 top right now. They're doing a good job of clearing these creeps. Look at how far away the next wave is. This could be a while. They almost take down the tower, though. One more hit. MSS actually going uphill. We do see a 3-man coil coming. Abed goes down. That's the Aegis. They bring up the Lich. Oh my goodness. He gets blown up. Ice Path there. You can't immediately.
Oh!
BKB. He doesn't. They win the fight. Underlord trying to get out. Can they kill him? No. And I mean, that's about the best fight you can ask for there, pretty much, from complexity.
Yeah, they took Aegis as well from the Sven pretty quickly. Reality Rift plus that puck combo I was talking about, the snap. Sven can't do anything about it.
And now they're just going to push forward, maybe make Sven buy back here.
Please someone contact Moon's family. That was just...
Dude, he got pulled uphill and
Oh
just
my god.
instantly
Just
destroyed.
got sucked up and blasted down. That was nuts.
Chessie's illusions do wear off now, though, unfortunately for him. What do you go for as... sorry, Jack, what?
Huh?
No.
No, you go.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm just saying, that's the kind of CK illusion fight you want.
Yeah.
What do you go for? Because you're against BKB Sven, do you go for the Reality Rift Pierce the Spell Immune, or is the cooldown reduction with the uptime on ulti too good?
Do they have anything else with the BKB? I don't know. They have puck ulti for the BKB Pierce. They might go for cooldown reduction. I don't know. Both are actually good.
Too, yeah, you know, some of these heroes just have like these two, like Sven, CK, and
Yeah.
then you go over to someone else. Like,
Earth Spirit's pretty bad, I know.
yeah,
Who else? There's other one.
there's definitely other ones.
Even the Necro, it's like plus 400 health.
Yeah, or the
plus
one death pulse.
minus 1 death pulse. You know? Like,
What a
wow.
garbage talent.
We do see a Lotus Orb now up on Moose, so they do have that one we were talking about. Take off that Bloodthorn, which is always nice. Looks like Dire doesn't want to stop, though.
Don't stop, won't
Stunned
stop.
out. Wait up. Bulba might be in trouble here. Doesn't even get off his battery, so 4 staffs away, and that's the end of that. We do see Dire heading there near the shrine.
Nice slide down there, Jack. I like that. This,
We do see, though, Sven is about to have a Butterfly. How big of a difference does that make versus Cast? It's a pretty big one, right? Or if he's ripping you apart, you're getting ripped apart no matter what.
Yeah, they don't have anything to remove the butterfly effect. No Solar Crest, no MKB.
you seen the movie?
Yeah, I could bring
You
that.
seen
I
the
hate
movie
it.
Lacoste Butterfly Effect? Aston Kutcher?
No, I don't watch those movies.
They have, it has one of the best quotes, right? What's the major quote from it?
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. The only one good with Ashton Kutcher was "Dude, where's my car?" I guess. That's pretty
Bro,
much
what
it.
the Vegas movie, where he gets married to somebody and then they, I don't know, it's hilarious though.
I think that's the movie. I went on a date and saw that movie way
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
Is that
and
with
they're
Bernie
going
Mac
in
or
bottom lane.
whatever?
Timbersaw. Oh my God, he does throw back Chain Frost too, and they're just bouncing around together. But that might be the end of this push. They've already pushed in bottom right now. Abed still has Godswing. Maybe wants to just blink in middle, do some damage. He could. Doesn't have the Aegis though, so he's a little bit nervous. Obviously, buyback is up on Timber. Doesn't really want to use it, but might have to. And here we go. They're just going to let Mason siege. I think this is a smart play. A lot of uphill misses, but he brings it down pretty quick still. Even look at that Shard Mud Golem. Oh, Shard Golem still tanking. And they're just going to slowly siege these towers. We see top tower is at 31 HP. Middle at 578 now, so the Raxes are almost all exposed. That 70 show. A very good show, though, with Ashton.
Yeah, he was good in the 70s show.
Yeah.
He goes 65 damage on Sven, and he has a Butterfly, so he's just looking to do what he did right there, right? Blink forward, 1 stun off, you know. That's 65 damage with a crit, obviously a lot.
Evasion, the Flutter lets him hunt people down, and it gives him a lot of armor as well. So.
Flutter, I mean, how do we feel about that name? I mean, you don't want to be a Sven running around saying, I'm just going to flutter down there.
Fluttering. Yeah,
It should be like Stride, you know?
Yeah, the Viper's attack animation is more of a flutter at this point.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's like a Flappy Bird.
and he's going BKB now on the Viper,
look
so
at this. Oh, my. Look at
he's
that.
actually fluttering.
God, guys, that's the hypest Viper ever.
It actually is. I can't believe he
It's
doesn't even
just-
have a Butterfly.
How do you
text
make
that
big
quick.
plays with that dumb hero?
You just flutter on him.
You flutter on him.
And DC's doing a good job of just keeping them in the base, strangling them. I mean, they only get so much gold with it pushing in. Bottom lane creep's already worth less.
Hard finished on Underlord, 3.4k HP.
Yeah, but
With all
he's
those auras.
fine. Yeah, and he can just push in and then if he ever feels threatened, as long as he gets that ulti off before he's stunned. There's nothing. Middle lane again. Chessie is getting demolished right now. He does get 4-step back, but nope, last hit, and they find the Pucksman. Will he get the pushback? He does. What a play by Bulba there with the pushback. Double buybacks coming. Are they just going to back out? Yep, they hit the tower a little bit more. Limps going forward. Oh, he doesn't get ulti. Now he Guardian Greaves silence and doesn't even have to use the ulti right now. And Dire kills top tower while all that happens.
Was Chessie caught out there, or was he just out the front door?
He was farming and just got caught.
Man.
He thought he had maybe the Lotus or 4-staff, but it wasn't quick enough. And now the only tier 3 tower left is middle. They might just wait for the Rosh, right? Rosh is just such an easy thing to take for the Dire, and there's no point pushing it if you don't have to. It may respawn in 30 seconds. Underlord. Almost 25. You just get the 0.4 pit of malice through,
Yeah,
right?
of
Like
course.
50 reach. I mean, you already have a heart like that. That's so much lockdown. But I'm still using his soul ring 47 minutes into the game. Yeah. Z-Freak just gonna try to farm it up. Almost level 14 now. Mason getting close to 25. Gets that extra 20 armor. And they're just going to push in. Look at this. Here we go. The Alpha Wolves here, so Mason even does more damage. They bring the tower down. Frost Armor is up on everyone. Whoa, he gets pushed forward quite a bit. Can't get his ulti off. Only 2 seconds. But nice Phantasm to dodge the Clockwork Hook. MSS should go down here. Guardian Greaves up. He does. And they don't even take a Rax yet. Mason does BKB. He's just going to right-click Chessie down. We see them.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. Abed just melts Chessie alive. Kyle,
Flutter.
he's fluttering. He fluttered on it. Mason right-clicking down Moo as well.
Oh.
He's hiding in the tree, but he's going to get found out. He tries to Timber Chain away. Will he make it? Mason 4 steps forward. Can he do enough damage here? No, Z-Freak should be able to save him. He's going to die himself, but saves his friend. Abed comes in. Stun flies there. That's about it. And they might just call it, or they're going to make him work for it. Woo. Looks like it. Z-Freak buys back. Already used his ulti. And they're just going to keep him in base. MSS.
Dang.
He bought back, so he does need to be a little careful.
Roche responds.
Yep, and there we go. Pit of Mouse goes out. Mason melts that middle. Abed as well. Takes down the Raxes. They could just go for this. They know it's a 3v5 right now. Abed's still nervous, though. Kyle throws a nice pass to slow him down a tad. They're just going to bring down this melee Rax, it looks like. Viper ult comes in on the backside. Z-Freak will go down here now. Moon Meander picks it up. Mason kills Moo. Good games are called, and first game of the playoffs goes in favor of Digital Chaos, and Complexity continues their losing streak at 6. What are our last thoughts of this game? Just right now, what do you guys have to say?
The Pit Lord or Underlord was really good pick for them, just to lock down and deal with CK, especially the puck. We didn't see too much of Earthshaker. There was one good Echo Slam, but pretty much non-factor. I mean, you still have a Lich on the other side, which feels like -1, but at least he was casting Ice Armor, was getting those. Didn't feel really the presence of the Earthshaker this game at all.
Yeah, and we look at the scoreboard here. They had 10 kills, I believe, I mean, we can look at the graph. It was like 25 minutes. The game went to 47 minutes, and they only got 1 more kill. Like, they just did nothing
Things
after
just
that.
went to a total halt for Complexity there, and it just felt like they were stuck in a position early on where we need to make a big wombo combo defense in our base, or it's over.
Yep, and they just couldn't do it. We saw that one good fight they did have top with the nice, like, double 4-staffs coming, but yeah, it felt like that Underlord had a lot more just effect on the game than the Timbersaw. I felt like the Timbersaw almost felt like a better pick, but when you don't get farm in the safe lane, you go 1 and 8, you're not going to have that big of an effect. Mason as well, 10, 1, and 11. Like we said, you can't really look swaggy on Viper, but he was fluttering everywhere. He was attacking so fast, not even a butterfly or anything.
Yep.
Assault Curious Mjolnir even had that. He was getting those dire wolves with his Helm of the Dominator, which do help a push quite easily.
There's the man himself, of course.
There he is. Yeah, he had
the myth, the legend.
Insanely good game. This is Mason's theme song. What thoughts you didn't know?
Why? What's the story behind it?
You don't need a story, dude. Just shut the hell up and
Enjoy Brother
Pledge of Allegiance to
Oh yeah,
Mason.
Jack, what were you going to say?
I mean, Complexity had a lead at some point. I think
big one.
I think a lot of us liked some aspects of their draft, but there's 2 crucial mid-game team fights where Digital Chaos is initiating onto Chessie and taking him either immediately out of the fight or forcing him low so that his illusions don't do anything. And when you take those fights on Digital Chaos terms, when they're a deathball lineup that doesn't necessarily have a ton of mobility or control, it's just very hard to win those fights. And yeah, I think that was really the deciding factor. Like, Complexity had a time when they were really strong, but they didn't take good fights. 2 Phantasms in a row, and then they just lost all of the early map advantage they gained.
Yeah, do you say that's because DC was just spreading out the map? Because we were talking about, right? Complexity was pushing the map. You had Jakiro taking tier 2s by himself bottom. It felt like DC was kind of stuck in their base, but I mean, it worked out in the end. They gave up a lot more towers early, but didn't really matter.
So I want to give you guys an update on those Kings decrees. You did a fantastic job with that one 5-man wipe and a standing ovation. As far as I saw, I only saw 1 missed kill from Jack.
The ancient kill.
But I will say that you can't really have a stand-up performance, a set, without at least 2 jokes. So it's a 2-joke minimum, we'll say. But it does transition over Jack into the next game. So
excellent.
But this is for between series because we might need to fill some time. We could have a 2 to 2+ stand-up series with Jack. It'll be great.
Excellent. So that is game number 1. Digital Chaos does end up beating Complexity there. 1-0. One more game, and DC could just be in the grand finals, and Complexity, after that 10-0 start, could just be out of the game. So stick around, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
E-Gaming Bets, online